Hello, comrades! It's James! In the end times, the times they are ending. Not changing, ending. The world has gone to shit. Wormy horse shit it has gone to. But I'm here with you today because I would not want to be anywhere else other than with you, the sneeze listener. So how are you? I don't have anything this week. So I brought the sneeze wheel with me. Hello, sneeze wheel. All kinds of stuff on there, including the bad triangle where I have to put pepper up my nose. We're going to spin it. We're going to talk about what the hell ever there is to talk about. Okay? The Queen is on the verge of death. When the Queen is gone, that will mark the epoch change. Our dollars will change. They'll put a different monkey on there. Our coins in Canada and in the Commonwealth of Great Britain, which is a lot of countries, more than you think. The Queen is near death, or at least that's the way I assess her physically, you know. If you're listening, Queen, God bless. And also, they're going to put a different monkey on the dollar when you die. I think that's going to be tragic. I'm used to my money. My whole life has been the Queen on money. All of it. What am I going to do without the Queen on my money? If the world is not effed up enough as it is, the Queen's not going to be on my money when she croaks. And then she's not going to be my Queen either. Think about it. COVID, vaccines, and racism, and is okay with some people, and lying and non-reality, and Mark Zuckerberg, and I'm not going to have the Queen on my money. Some other guy's going to be there. It's going to really be bad. It's the one thing that's anchoring me in reality is the Queen on my coins. It's upsetting times, okay? Very, very upsetting times. I was searching for a picture the other day. What do you call it? An iStock photo, a stock photograph of something. And I saw pictures of quote-unquote stewardesses from the 70s, which we now, of course, call flight attendants and have multiple genders in that role. However, back then, they were called stewardesses, or stewardi, if you were from Britain. Certain places in Britain. Worcester, Worcester, horsey sauce, some place where the queen rides her horse. I don't know. Stewardi. Whatever happened to Stewardess Porn is what I was wondering when I saw that picture. It used to be the epitome of all porn. If you weren't behind a green door, there were stewardesses involved. Back when I was a lad. Not that I watched porn, but you'd hear about it. People on the playground would talk. And stewardesses were involved. Stewardesses, flight attendants were the ultimate get. Because, you know what? They dressed sexy back then. Because that was the misogynistic policy of the company was to, the sexist policy of the company was to dress them in outfits that accentuated their femininity. And then, of course, they showed up in porn. If Ronald McDonald the Clown was a woman and hot, he'd be in porn too back in the 70s. But, it was a difficult time for porn. You had to, from what I understand, go to a theater and sit in a sticky seat. I'm sorry. It's reality, though. You can't fuck around with reality, okay? It's just, we all have to deal with reality. And I'm telling you, people went to watch porn at theaters and there was sticky everywhere. I wasn't there. I was a kid, so don't think that I was there. But I've read stories. I've heard stories. I moved to Toronto once. They still had a porn theater in operation. And all the chairs were broken. Not that I went there, didn't go there. As far as you know. Stewardess porn. And now what do we have? You know what we have? Mother-in-law porn. And why? What's so sexy about a mother-in-law? Ugh. Weren't mother-in-laws the most grotesque figure on the face of the earth? In vaudeville times? Can you imagine telling a vaudeville performer, you know what's big now in the future? Mother-in-law porn. No, it's not a joke. It's actually real. You go to a porn site, and it's mother-in-law porn. Don't go to a porn site, kids. It wrecks you. Don't do that. It's wrong. And it's not healthy. Unless you're sex positive, which I'm not. I'm not sex positive at all. Not at my age. I can't be sex positive at my age. I'm too old for sex positivity. I'm too old for anything sexual. I'm done. Done with sex. Sex is gone. And I'm not just saying that in case my kids listen to this one day. I'm telling you, sex is dead to me. I don't need it anymore. I've moved beyond. I've evolved as a species, and I don't need it anymore. I can do other things. Heroin? I don't shoot heroin, but I could shoot heroin. That's what you don't realize is I, James Whittingham, could shoot heroin today if I wanted to. Where would it get me? It'd get me to the Heroin Podcast Network. That's where it would get me. I just move over to the Heroin Podcast Network where everyone shoots heroin all day. And it talks about how good it feels to shoot heroin and how reality sucks. You know, reality really does suck. It really sucks. Reality today sucks. There's no wonder conservatives are avoiding reality and making up their own realities. No wonder. It's not surprising at all. If I could go there, if I could go to an alternate reality, I would. But I'm not. I'm facing reality, which is why I'm telling you that people watched porn in theaters that were sticky when I was a kid. And your porn was under your brother's bed in the form of a sticky magazine. Sticky, sticky, sticky. My underground newspaper in high school, Sticky Fingers. I didn't name it, though. Trevor named it. He got to name it. Fuck you, Trevor. I hope you're listening. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you and your sack. I don't like any of you. You just, I'll name the newspaper Sticky Fingers. I don't understand. Fuck you. Yeah, it was called Sticky Fingers. People asked me why it was called. I didn't even know. I didn't understand. I know it was a Rolling Stones album. I know it meant, to some people, very few people, stealing things, doing bad things, having sticky fingers meant you were... Well, those are from, like, noir times in the 50s. I don't understand that term. Anyway, I've got the sneeze wheel here. It's ready to go. Let's read what's on the sneeze wheel. And our first category is Spin Again. That's new. Angry Trolls, where I read angry messages from the internet. Sneeze, of course, where I put pepper up my nose. Geography, in the news. Phobias, urine, and disease. Conversation topic. One more. Teen horoscope. They keep coming. My opinion. These are our topics this week. See the sneeze wheel, as always, on my Twitter account. Sneeze Show. And I'm on Twitter now. And I'm on TikTok now. Sneeze Show. Sneeze Show. Sneeze Show. Let me see. Am I actually Sneeze Show on Twitter? I don't know. You know, I'll never know. How will I know? Now it's Sneeze Podcast. Sneeze Podcast, but I'm going to change that. I'm going to change it to Sneeze with James Whittingham. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Or Sneeze Show or something. Check the show notes. Maybe I'll figure it out by then. I can't believe I've got nobody looking at me on TikTok yet. But, holy crap, it's coming. It's coming on TikTok. Going hard on TikTok. Why? Because it's simple. Okay? It's weird. I don't like it. I don't actually look at TikTok videos yet. I haven't got there. But I'm posting stuff on there, and it's going pretty well. All right, it's been a long time since I did this. I was doing this, and then the pandemic hit. And then, things got bad, but I didn't know what to talk about. So what did I do? I created a game wheel with all these topics on it with the jeopardy of not just spinning again, but a jeopardy of putting the pepper up my nose, which you'll have to go back a few podcasts to see this, but I think it almost killed me. Okay? It was not good. It's actually not healthy to put pepper up your nose. So maybe don't do that. How? What next? Volcanoes, earthquakes, the big one in Yellowstone wiping out half the planet, an asteroid? Will any of us be surprised if a giant asteroid is headed this way? Any of us? And the Pfizer missile has to be shot up into space and it fails because it sputters out after 6 months. Again, I treated one of my nostrils. Oh, there's good news. There's good news at end of paragraph 2. Fortunately, the disease can be treated with antibiotics. Or antibiotics, as humans say. The health department has issued a public advisory following the 14th case, and since then the number has risen. New York is notorious for its particularly hardy rats. How is it that rats in New York are hardy? Clicking on the link. Stand by. I need to click on this link to see. Oh, God. New York rats have evolved to cope with the pressure of life in the Big Apple. Good, they're evolving, because we're not. Humans aren't evolving since New York City was built. Have we evolved since the building of New York City, the initiation of it? No. 2/3 of the world's population expected to live in cities by 2050. Oh, my God. What are we going to do about this? It's important to understand how this switch to urban living might alter our genetic makeup in the long term and what benefit. Okay, I can't take it. All the rats are moving to the city. This is the same as humans. They're all moving to the city. There's nobody living in the country anymore. 2/3 of us live in cities now. And the rats are doing the same fucking thing. Wow. And then they pee on us and then we die. If we pee on a rat, do you think a rat dies when we pee on it? No. I doubt that. I'd like that. I'd piss on all the rats. I'd just stand on the subway on the edge and just let her rip onto all the rats on the third rail there. Fuck them. Fuck you, rats. I don't want to know anything more about rats evolving. This is bad news. Everything's bad news. What the hell? How am I supposed to survive life if rats are evolving and all moving to the city? I like cities. I live in a city. If I lived in the country, would the 1/3 of rats live with me? Now I'm worried about rats. I'm seriously worried about rats. I've never seen a rat. I hope there's no rats around here. I live in a place where we don't really have cockroaches because it's cold. You know, there's something to be said about temperatures going down to -40, okay? You might grimace at that and say, why would anyone live at a temperature of -40? Well, there's reasons. We don't have rats. There's no rats here. That's why. Very few snakes. Very few bad snakes. Very few tarantulas. All bad things die. Scorpions, they all die in cold weather. This is good. This is worth living in Canada, where it gets cold. It doesn't get cold everywhere in Canada, you know. But in the middle, where I am, it gets bloody cold and kills everything that's scary. We still get the odd tornado, but it's not a big deal. No earthquakes here. No volcanoes. Yeah. I'm in the best place in the world. Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada. That's going to be it, people. I'm not going to sit around. I spun the wheel once. One time I spun it. Landed on Urine. We had a bit of a conversation. You know what? I'm going to be back. And one of these days, I'm going to have a guest. Okay? I still got guests waiting to come on the show. So that'll be fun. Spinning the wheel with guests. And having a conversation about what it comes up on. Anyway, this is James. Thanks for listening. Remember, I've got a TikTok page. Check the show notes. Check my Twitter account, Sneeze Show, on Twitter. And I will announce my new, whatever my TikTok page is going to be. It's there. It's just, it doesn't seem titled right. I got to change the slug or something. Anyway, you could email me, sneezeshow@gmail.com, speakpipe.com/sneezeshow if you'd like to leave me a voice message. Rate and review the show because people are giving me bad reviews. I need all my listeners, my regular listeners, to go there and say, no, James is worth listening to. Go to your iTunes, rate and review the Sneeze Podcast, and or wherever you are. Maybe you're not on iTunes. Maybe you're somewhere else. Why isn't iTunes in the cloud? Why do I have to load a ridiculously stupid, powerfully dumb, draining app on my computer to run iTunes? Why isn't it just a cloud? Think about that, Apple. I know you're listening, Apple. Anyway, guys, we're going to see you next time. As always, I appreciate you listening. See ya.
Sneeze with James Whittingham.